All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we've got some kind of like I mean, I don't know what to say, official content coming on the way. Like, I'm not really too sure exactly how I want to word it. Now it's some of the stuff is not the craziest. By the way, I was just about to say, is it confirmed that the quest mode is coming to global at the same time too? Which it is, which is good. The reason that was something I was potentially wondering about, I'm just gonna pull in something we're gonna go over in a second as well. So tonight, right, we're gonna get a data download that's gonna have, you know, the LR Gohan and Trunks. It's gonna have the EZA Gohan and Trunks, as well as like the content and stuff like that. That data download is going to happen tonight, right? But for JP, it's going to be a long maintenance, which is going to end with the rank 2000 update, which is coming today. I guess I should... hold on, let me pull up a couple more things. Alright, right here, chat. So, this is coming tonight for JP, but next week for Global. I do want to keep, like, bringing this up as often as I can so it doesn't sneak up on people. And while also saying, you know, with... how do I word this? With the official time I had to, you know, talk with members of the Dokkan team, I did tell them this sucks. This right here sucks. And it's just not good. I did. So, you know, we'll see if that might eventually end up, you know, allowing them to switch some of this and not continue with this or what. I mean, who knows? But Global's going to be getting it next week. So, I mean, it is going to be fun to be able to, you know, grind rank again. It's going to make Dokkan Day grinding like a huge deal. So, we'll kind of see how things are going to go with that. So, that is going to be tonight in the maintenance and the data download, right? We're also, so that's going to have the quest mode. Now, remember, quest mode stages, they typically go live right as the data download happens. And Global's normal data download time is usually, so here, let me pull up the JP maintenance notice as well. So I think they just tweeted it out, but the thing that's really good about Harry Turney's Dokkan info site is it will give us like the time zone I'm looking at it in, which is very helpful. So we'll just be able to set, you know, okay, so yeah, 3 a.m. I believe that usually Global's data downloads are somewhere around 2 a.m. or so. You know what? Toon Rami always tweets out when Global gets the data download. Let's just pull a few of those and see. Alright, guys. I was getting mixed up with daylight saving times, apparently. So, the time right now for Global, it's going to be, you know, 1 a.m.-ish my time, right? Like, so, like, there's, you know, 1:10. We had 1:14. This one was at 1:42. So, we could expect Global Dokkan will likely drop their... oh, wait. We were on this one right here. Global will drop their, whatchamacallit, their data download probably sometime tonight, you know, between 1 to 2 a.m. And probably sometime between 2 to 3 a.m. is when JP will go live. I remember in the past, it used to be a thing where, you know, a lot of times it would go past the time and stuff, but I feel like it's very common where JP ends maintenance even like an hour or so early. So, funny enough, I would expect these to probably come out at like a very similar time frame, right? So we are going to have that. We're going to have the maintenance, which will include, you know, all the new stuff here. I'm going to assume as well that this maintenance should fix 19 and 20. It seems strange to me that they have not been fixed yet. They're currently bugged where this activates not when receiving an attack, but for some reason it activates when they receive their second attack, which I can't think of a single character in the game that's actually, you know, in like has an effect like that. Like, I don't know. So it's just a bug, and they confirmed it's a bug. I assume that'll be fixed. This massively buffs this character and massively buffs two different teams, the Android team as well as Power Absorption if you want to run them with Omega, which does work. So that'll be good. That'll be good. So they'll be fixed as well. We also have Extreme Super Battle Road stage for time limit, which I think probably should be not really too bad. Time limit, huh? Let me just quickly take a glance at the category. Who's a quick character who would be on time limit? Them. They're on time limit. Bam. Wow, okay. So this is one of those that needs a new leader, by the way. We got this character, this we got this character in June of 2021, and this was their banner unit, and we've never had another leader. This is why it does get a little frustrating with some of these leader skills and stuff, and why I think it's always a valid complaint to say, why do they only have 2 leader skills? Because we have dozens of categories that, like, haven't had leaders in years, 4 years, 5 years, right? Like, Worthy Rivals has not had one since 2020, right? So, like, all of these, how many fucking Fuse fighter leaders are there, dude? Like, you're telling me one of these 3 jokers right here couldn't have led, time limit? I understand that not every Fuse fighter's on there, blah, 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 but, like, still, you get it, right? Because it's like, these guys were very redundant this year. We did not need 3 true Fuse fighter leaders. They could have made it slightly different. There would have been nothing wrong with that. But this is going to be easy because you use double blues. This character, bro, I really hope you guys were able to get them. The amount of missions and they're just good everywhere. This is like one of my arguments, like when I've talked about them, potentially being like number 1. Well, now I think Goma's better, but it's just, they're good everywhere in all content. They cannot be power crept. They cannot be prevented from being good. Like, unless, because they're good in Tamagami 1, right? Like, think about how toxic it would need to be for this character to be a complete 0. The fight would need to be so ridiculous, right? So, very effective character, and they will dominate this time limit. Extreme Super Battle Road. And then we have a burst mode as well for the androids from a hellish future, which of course is the tech androids here. They are the ones that are going to have this burst mode. This is just a regular Dokkan event fight. There's nothing really too special or shocking about this or anything. There are a couple of multiple enemy phases, I guess, and I think they do have their Ki Blast nullification in here. So I guess you're gonna have to make sure you're using characters that are not using Ki Blasts. So we'll see what type of like burst mode and stuff they end up going with, right? But yeah, sure. Okay, so there's that. So that's the stated content. So there's not going to be like a crazy amount of like actual like new missions, red zones, shit like that, right? And by the way, I don't know what's going on next week because apparently we're expecting the final characters of the year. There's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest. Apparently is not at the end of next week, but we're expecting it more so like the 29th. So keep that in mind. So that means I don't know what's happening next week. I've got no clue. Maybe like another, they'll end with some type of LR EZAs or something. We know that they're EZAing. We're about to talk about them in a second. Future Gohan and Trunks, but I am expecting them in the data download tonight and to probably release at the exact same time as the Future Gohan and Trunks. So I'm not super sure what comes next week. That'll be interesting to see, right? For sure. Okay, so we talked about all that. That's the burst mode stuff. Now, Future Gohan and Trunks, I've been thinking about them. I feel like I was maybe a little too harsh on them, but it's just because I'm thinking about wanting to use Trunks, who, it's so crazy. Like, the characters that have the best animations in the game. 10th anniversary of Vegeta and Gogeta are there, but it's really only, like, their fusion active skill attacks that have, like, you know what I'm talking about, like those animations. It's just their fusion active skill attacks, but the 10th anniversary LRs have it. But then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's on a different level because all of his animations look like that. And then Trunks is the same, where all of his animations look like that. So it's funny, like, the 2 10th anniversary fusions are in this conversation, but it's only, like, one of each of their, 8 animations or whatever. Whereas for Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, and Trunks, it's everything they've got. But I think seeing Trunks really impact the fight, I do think it's going to be a little uncommon here. But I think it's important to just not forget about the fact that Future Gohan is invincible turn 1. And then on his second turn, he's got, like, a Team Protector mechanic. And Future Gohan is also not a fish. even after turn 1. So, I mean, they're going to be good. I think that, well, yeah, funny enough, I probably wouldn't really change too much, at least the range I think that they'll be, which is probably somewhere in this range right here. I feel like there's a chance maybe I could get them above Rose, which, I mean, at that point is kind of like GDCLR level, right? I don't think I'll like Future Gohan and Trunks more than Omega, though, or Gogeta, or the Blues, or Goma. But, like, at Future Gohan and Trunks, they're somewhere in this range right here is what I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll see how that's going to go. Now, this LR, I'm very interested to see, right? So, they've set this team up nicely. And don't forget, so this Trunks right here, right now, I'm going to put this video up probably right away. On Global, you guys still have World Tournament is up right now here on Global, right? Like, you guys still have it going on. On JP, it ended 2 hours ago. The World Tournament actually did end. But this Trunks right here, I mean, he's also going to be really effective there. Because he's got this Hybrid Saiyan stuff, and then this Hybrid Saiyan stuff. I mean, and he's, you know, he's Bond, a parent and child, and he's Bond, a master and a disciple. Remember, this guy, because, remember, the exact moment that Trunks characters are on Bond, a parent and child, and this goes for Vegeta as well, both of them, it's when Cell kills Trunks. That's the exact moment, and then Vegeta charges Cell. That's the exact moment that all Trunkses and all Vegetas end up on the category, right? But this guy should be pretty good for this kind of, like, core that they're creating for Bond, of Master and Disciple, right? Which, remember, the new LR Future Gohan and Trunks are going to be leading this category, right? So there's going to be a lot of support around. We got Kid Gohan, we have Beast, we have this Trunks right here. AGL Trunks, to me, is trash. I wouldn't even worry about trying to use him. Just throw him in the dumpster. He's just a failure. It's funny, he creates AGL orbs. I remember when we were talking about him, like, pointing out that there's no point to this being here. Maybe it's to help out, you know, again, like the Part 2 LR and stuff like that. That is true. But this he's just not good enough. There's no reason to run him. You just don't worry about him, because you got this Trunks, you got Kid Gohan. This Gohan is pretty good. You've got the Blues. Vegeta and Trunks, situationally. Same thing with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, situationally, you could rock. Like, you know, Beast, maybe, you know, if the support is rocking well and stuff, maybe you could rock a little bit of Beast Gohan action. So they've kind of set this up to potentially be a nice little team right here. And this character getting their EZA right now is huge. I think that this might be one of the best EZAs in the game, but I'm a little uncertain. I just want to, like, see what their stats are in game and see it play out on this Bond, a Master and Disciple 220% team this character's running, right? Like, I just kind of want to feel the whole thing play out before I, you know, like, am 100% certain on this character. I'm not sure, because this character, it's a lot of raw stats, and they need orbs. But, like, you know, this character is creating orbs. Trunks is creating orbs. Like, I feel like this could work really well, but we'll see. We'll see. So, there we go, guys. There's the stuff that's coming. It's, the more I think about this character, the more I'm liking them, and the more I think about their Bond and Master and Disciple team as well, the more I'm liking it. I feel like things are going to be much more smooth going through some of these tough fights than, say, things were with the Android team or when we were using AGL Trunks, right? I think that this one might actually be pretty fun to run. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.